Welcome back, you guys. So I got some good news. I was able to get, well, my sister's boyfriend's sister, Nikki, actually came to my house about a night ago, and she gave me some filament because she goes to a bin store and she be finding filament for me. So I got this. It looks kind of brown, but I got this PLA filament from her, and I was able to 3D print the servo motor controller box, basically, that I was designing in Blender. So I printed out. It took a day for it to print, and it had supports for those holes in the back you see here, and for the mounting for the M3 screws over here in the top of the lid. So I use M3 screws a lot for stuff like this because these holes are basically the size for M3 screws for the servo motors I have right here. And I have this Allen key wrench. I think I bought this with a set from like Harbor Freights. Anyway, I got two Allen keys that fit these bolts right here. So they're able to work, and I was able to get all 4 screws for the lid in place, and I was able to make sure that when I designed the holes for the back of the box here for the servo motor wires to come out, it's the right size, and I was able to pull the wire out of the back like it shows right here. And matter of fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into pause the video really quick, unscrew these 4 bolts for the top lid, and then I'll show you the lid of what it looks like on the inside. Basically, I don't have the servo motor controller inside of here yet. I may put it in. I just need to see if it'll touch, like if it can fit with these servo motors, because I don't know how low they go into the bottom here, or how high the DuPont male connectors are. So I need to first test everything out. But if you guys are interested, definitely keep watching these videos. And this is all to help make a robot, basically, for my daughter. Her birthday is coming up, and my niece, her cousin, would want the robot too. So I'm just doing all this testing and doing all this and trying to make this robot. And the robot is based off of an anime that I watched many years ago called Showbits. I actually read the manga book when I was in high school at the time, and then I found out many years later that it had came out in a Japanese animated cartoon called Showbits. So because of that, I learned that there was these robots called Persicoms, and I've always wanted to know if somebody had designed something like that, or if they had a company that was selling them. And then I found this guy named Danny Cho on YouTube. He actually designed something that's basically like a Persicom, and he actually lives in Japan, and he can actually speak Japanese, so he tells the robot different things in Japanese, and the robot will move based on what he says. So that's basically what I'm trying to get to. So let me pause the video real quick, and I'm going to take this lid off. I got to just take out these 4 screws, that one, this one, this one, and this one, and then I'll be able to show you the inside. Hold on. Okay guys, so I got all 4 screws pulled out of the lid here. So now I'm going to lift it up and show you the bottom of the servo motors and the inside of the case here. And remember, I was telling you that I designed it so that way the servo motors, that they come out the back side, that they will come out the back holes. So inside here, you can see, let me just kind of tilt it a little bit so you can see a little better. So you can see I got these holes here. Those holes are actually mounting holes for the M3 screws. So they were designed in Blender, and I scaled it out to be using a cylinder to be 3 millimeters. So those are M3 screws holes, and down here I got 2 on the left and then 2 on the right, and that's what holds everything in place. And I use this tap and die drill bit right here to actually make the grooves for the screws to get put into, kind of like a bolt. And then on here I got some M3 nuts attached to the M3 bolts here because I wanted to make sure that the servos wouldn't be able to move or jerk around, so they're nice and tight in there. So I got 2 on this side, 2 on this one, but this one doesn't need it and that one didn't need it because I was able to make sure that I tapped and died those holes out with this drill bit that has the tap and die on it. And I have a case that has this is M3, M4, and it had M5 and 6, but I think the M6 is broken, so I got to get a new one. But other than that, it was working out just fine with my drill bit, and it was able to hold everything in place. And you can see in the bottom down here, a little bit here, if I could just tilt, there we go. The holes come out to the back side, and over here, the reason why there's so much of this plastic stringing basically is because those are from the support structures, just to make sure that these M3 holes that I have here were going to be in the right spot where it wouldn't fall out or anything. So they're actually really mounted against the side of the wall here of the inside of the box. So the support structures help that, and that's why I still have a little bit of the string there from the filament. But other than that, everything seems to be working out pretty well. And if you want to see the next video about me testing out the servo motor controller and having these servos move inside of this box, I definitely will make a video about that for you. If you want to see it, just please comment down below, because like I said, I definitely don't want to be making all these videos for nothing if you guys aren't trying to pay attention or watch them. But other than that, I got everything set up pretty nice, and the lid is actually ABS white plastic or filament, and the box is actually PLA. And PLA is the easiest to use. ABS was harder, and it warps a lot whenever you're using an open-end 3D printer like the one I have. So I was able to print all this out on my longer LK5 Pro, and I believe the height of the box is 60 millimeters. I'm not exactly sure, I can't fully remember. I know that the servos were like 36 millimeters tall, so I was trying to make sure that there was enough space for the servos not to touch the bottom of the box. And if I wanted to add my servo motor controller, hopefully I'll be able to do so. I may not even need to have these holes in the back. The only reason I have them is because I wanted to make sure that if I couldn't put the servo motor controller inside of the case, that they will be able to come out and be able to connect to the actual servo motor controller with the servo motor wires. So either way, if I can't put the servo motor controller inside of here, I will definitely still be able to do it outside of the box basically. But so that's basically it. So now all I got to do is use this M3 Allen key to put these M3 bolts into the holes again, and then I can plug everything in. I will be using a little bit of super glue that I have here. I think I got this from the Dollar Tree. So this super glue I bought many years ago. It's still really good. I didn't use all of it. I still got some left. And the reason why I need to use some is just because this one servo motor right here, I think, the Futaba one, I believe is what it is, right here. So that one has a broken DuPont connector. It's just plastic, so it just snapped off the edge here. So I'm going to use some super glue, stick it back on, and then it should stick just fine, and then I won't have to worry about replacing the wire or replacing the whole kit, the servo motor wire DuPont connector. But anyway, I hope you guys are liking the video. Please like, share, subscribe, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.